Welcome back to social science class after a long holidays, right? Okay. And this class is basically assigned for history. As we know, we completed our syllabus, right? All you people know that we completed our syllabus, right? The students, those who attended the class once in a while, might they have some doubts. Is it completed or not? Okay. Those who regularly attending, there is no doubt in that. The thing is done. All right. The syllabus is done, completed. And some discussions are pending from the textbook. Even some particular things we have to discuss. We know that all first term question paper is MCQ pattern, right? Okay, so textbook reading is compulsory and finding the answers, that also very important from the textbook. And I send you a set of questions to answer. So far not received a single answer set from you guys there. No answer set. Okay, no chance. I don't know why it is. I told you only one chapter is from history, and I sent a set of questions to you people. Nearly 70 questions are there. Told you to read the textbook and find out the answers. No answers, no response, nothing. Okay, the things are going like this. You have to pay a lot. Clear? Not to me. Okay, you have to pay. That's what. Okay, so remember. So Fisan say I forgot some. So no medicines are available, Mr. Fisan. Okay, no medicines are
there. I forgot.
That's a common error. Okay, so come back to the textbook, all of you. Take your textbook. Take your textbook. All of you, please open the textbook there. And the first page wise. Okay. Page wise, if you see so, we are going to discuss about the boxes here. Okay, so already discussed about these two terms. What are they? One is absolutist, the other is utopian. Hope you know the meaning of those two terms. Yes or no? Absolutist and utopian. Yes or no? Jesselyn started yawning there. Jesselyn. Yeah. Utopian and absolutist are the two words. Very important or too important for the examination. MCQ. Okay. And there are numerous other MCQs also are there. I mean, short answers also are there in this paragraph. Okay, you can see that. I sent a set of questions for you people, that is paragraph based questions. Paragraph based questions from first paragraph, second paragraph, third paragraph, like that. The questions are arranged. Okay, and coming to the next page, page number 4, you can see a new word, plebiscite. Right? Plebiscite. Already discussed. Okay, but here, source A, that is not discussed in the class. Okay. Ernst Renan. As per the idea of Ernst Renan, what is a nation? What is a nation? Okay, we can see that. In a lecture delivered by the University of Sorbonne in 1882, the French philosopher Ernst Renan. Okay, so Ernst Renan is a French philosopher. Chance is there for one MCQ. Okay, Ernst Renan. Okay, the lecture was subsequently published as a famous essay entitled Quest Say Queen Nation. Okay, Quest Say Queen Nation. What is a nation? That's in French. Okay, so the lecture that presented by Ernst Renan, that published in the form of a book called What is a Nation? What is a Nation? In this essay, Renan criticizes the notion suggested by others that a nation is formed by a common language, race, religion, and territory. So each and every philosophers, politicians, okay, as per their comment, a nation is something related with language. A nation is something related with the race. It is related with the religion, and it's related with a geographical boundary, territory. Okay, but Ernst Renan is against that. He is against the concept of a nation on the basis of language, race, religion, and territory. Okay, as per Ernst Renan, a nation is a culmination of long past of endeavors, sacrifice, and devotion. Okay, as per Ernst Renan, what is a nation? It's a culmination, climax of a long past of what? Endeavors, various activities, sacrifice of different people, and devotion. Okay, devotion to one's country. A heroic past, great men, glory, that is the social capital upon which one bases a national idea. Okay, so a nation's idea is stood with, or it is totally incorporated with the great people, okay, and the society, not the language, not the race, not the religion or territory, and so on say so. Okay, so you don't want to give much importance for these lines here because it is, what is that? Then MCQ test. Okay, so there is no elaborate questions are there. Okay, so find out the things from this particular region. First of all, it is Ernest Renan. He is a French philosopher. Okay, the book that written by Ernest Renan is known as What is a Nation? Okay, or in France or French, you can see it is Que c'est une nation? Okay, that's what is a nation? What is a nation? Okay, and he says that want to give importance for the plebiscite, daily voting. Okay, plebiscite means a direct vote by which all the people of a region are asked to accept or reject a proposal. So Renan says that the government, if the government want to rule the country, the government want to go for a plebiscite. Okay, the government want to give chances to the people to vote, to support a statement or reject a proposal, support a proposal or reject a proposal. So here you got Ernest Renan, a French philosopher. Okay, you wrote the book called What is a Nation? Qu'est-ce qu'une nation? Okay, and he says that always plebiscite is necessary to rule a country, and he's against the common idea of a country called language, race, religion, and territory, or a territory. Okay, clear? It is clear or not?
Our language.
Pardon, Fizan?
Our last sentence, language.
Language, race, religion, or territory. Okay. Going to the next page. Nothing is here. I mean, no boxes are there. Number of questions will be from that region. Okay, next page number 9. You can see suffrage, the right to vote. Okay. Next source B, you can see it on page number 10. Page number 10. Okay. Economists began to think in terms of national economy. They talked of how the nation could develop and what economic measures could help forge this nation together. Okay, so economists, they started thinking what is the basis of development, or what economic measures could help forge the nations together. Okay, what type of economic policy is helpful for the development or creation of a nation state. Okay, Frederick List, a professor of economics at the University of Tübingen in Germany, wrote in 1834, the aim of Solavarian is to bind the Germans economically into a nation. Okay, here, Frederick List, a professor, okay, clear or not? He wrote that the aim of Solavarian, what is Solavarian? A customs union, right? Solavarian is a customs union. You can see that here, Solavarian. Okay. Solivarian. It's a customs union. It will strengthen the nations materially as much by protecting its interest externally as by stimulating its internal productivity. It's ought to awaken the rise of national sentiment through a fusion of individual and provincial interest. The German people have realized that a free economic system is the only means to engender national feeling. Okay, so here you got already one question. Frederick List, a professor of economist, and he supports Solaveri. Okay, economical stability. You got a word from here. Conservatism. Think you know the meaning of that term. Conservatism. It's a political philosophy, right? Supporting the traditional rule of the kings and the queens. Okay, there is no more boxes. Okay, this one. I will give 2 minutes for you people to read this, and you will explain this fast. All of you, please read. 2 minutes for you.
In the 4 days.
They discussed with the people and collected different stories, and they created a book, right? Okay, so these things are clear, I think so, right? The Grimm brothers, folktales and the nation building, how the folktales are helpful for the nation building. Okay. Next one, so see, how are liberty and equality for women to be defined? Okay. So 2-3 names are there, important names are there here. One is Louis Otto Peters, it's a feminist movement. Okay, 1995. Okay, 1995. A political activist who founded a women's journal and subsequently feminist political association. The first issue of her newspaper, okay, that's in the 21st April 1849, carried the following editorial. So please read that. Okay, so I can give 5 minutes for you people to read this. Any doubts you can ask. The liberal politician Karl Welker, an elected member of the Frankfurt Parliament, expressed the following views there. So this paragraph is speaking about equality for women. Okay, how to define it? Liberty and equality of women, how to define that? So it is a comment by different politicians at that time. Okay, please read it and tell me. You can see how were liberty and equality for women to be defined? Okay, as we know already, the time of the French Revolution, there is no voting rights for women. We know already studied that, right? Okay, the status of women is not that much developed. Okay, the liberal politician Karl Welker, an elected member of the Frankfurt Parliament, expressed the following views. Okay, so Karl Welker is a member of the Frankfurt Parliament. Okay, he commented like this. What is that comment? Nature has created men and women to carry out different functions. Okay, as per his comment, we can say, what is that? What is that? Men and women are there that created, or men and women, they are created for different purposes, it seems. Man, the stronger and bolder and freer of the two, has been designated as protector of the family, its provider, meant for public tasks and a domain of law, production, defense. Clear? Clear? Okay, what are the functions here? Men, they are stronger, they are bolder, and they are freer of the two. Okay, clear? Comparing with the women, men are free, it seems there. And he's designated as the protector of the family. It's provider, breadwinner, giving food for them, meant for public tasks. Okay, the men, he want to do the public affairs, public tasks of the domain of law, production, defense. Okay, protection of the family, participating in the war. Okay, that all the functions of or duties of men, it seems. Women, the weaker, dependent, and timid. That's what the concept of Karl Welker. And requires the protection of man, Her sphere in the home, is the home, the care of the children, the nurturing of the family. Okay, that's what the activities of women, it seems. Okay, so he's against women's freedom. So, do we require any further proof that given such differences, equality between the sexes would only endanger harmony and destroy the dignity of the family? Okay, as per the Carl Welker's definition, he is giving more importance for men than women. Okay, that comment is enough to create destruction in the family, it seems. Next one, Louis Autopetes. Okay, between 1819 and 95, was a political activist who founded the Women's Journal and subsequently Feminist Political Association. She is the founder of a feminist political association. The first issue of her newspaper, published in 21st April 1849, carried the following editorial. Okay, following news. Okay, let us ask how many men possessed by thoughts of living and dying for the sake of liberty would be prepared to fight for freedom of the entire people of all human beings. That's the question she asked. Okay, how many men basically participated in these movements for freedom? When asked this question, they would all too easily respond with a yes, though their untiring efforts are intended for the benefit for only one half of the humanity, men. But liberty is indivisible. Free men therefore must not tolerate it to be surrendered by the unfree. Okay, so free men wanted to work for the freedom for everyone. Free men want to do something for freedom for everyone, not only their freedom. Okay, not only half of the humanity's freedom, they have to do something for the freedom of everyone. They have to do something for the freedom of women also. That's what her thought. An anonymous reader of the same newspaper sent the following letter to the editor on 25th June 1850. So she published this particular article in 21st April 1849, and she got a reply in the year 1850 on 25th June. Okay, it is indeed ridiculous and unreasonable to deny women's political rights, even though they enjoy the rights of property, which they make use of. Okay, so one do give respect for women and would accept their activities. That's what he says. They perform functions and assume responsibilities without, however, getting the benefits that accrue to men for the same. Why this injustice? Okay, they are doing the work as of men, but not receives the same amount of wages or same amount of benefits as of men. It is injustice, it seems. It is not a disgrace that even the stupidest cattle header possesses the right to vote simply because he is a man. Okay, and that person says that a stupid, okay, cattle header possesses the right to vote because he's a man, but a woman don't have the power, it seems. Whereas highly talented women owning considerable property are excluded from this right, even though they contribute so much to the maintenance of the state. So he says that, or she says that, okay, the women, they are doing numerous things for the development of the country. Okay, and they are well educated and responsible for the country, but there is no right to vote for them. Even a simple cattle herder enjoying the right to vote because he's a man, but a well-educated, a responsible woman is unable to enjoy the right, it seems. Okay, so two names are there here. One is Carl Welker, the other is Louis Autopetes. Okay, and the word the feminist movement. So these are important for the examination. Okay, so here is that feminist ideology. Another word. Okay, so I already said about Giuseppe Garibaldi. Okay, it's completed. Giuseppe Garibaldi completed or not for you people? Giuseppe Garibaldi completed or not? Read or not?
No, we
Page
didn't
number
write.
22. Okay, if it is not so, Giuseppe Garibaldi observe here, is perhaps the most celebrated of Italian freedom fighters, Garibaldi. He came from the family engaged in coastal trade and was a sailor in the merchant navy. In 1833, he met Mazzini. Okay, Giuseppe Mazzini, we know that, right? Giuseppe Mazzini, we studied about him, right? They met in the year 1833. And Garibaldi joined in Young Italy movement and participated in the Republican uprising in Piedmont in the year 1834. Sardinia, Piedmont in 1834. The uprising was suppressed and Garibaldi had to flee to South America, where he lived in exile till 1848. In 1854, he supported Victor Emmanuel II in his efforts to unify the Italian state. Okay, clear? Any explanation needed there? Got that, right?
No, sir, that first sentence that is perhaps
First sentence.
is perhaps the most celebrated of Italian freedom fighters. He came.
Yeah, like Mahatma Gandhi in India is the most celebrated freedom fighter in India, right? Yes or no? Yes, like that. Giuseppe Garibaldi in Italy. Okay. So in 1860, Garibaldi led the famous expedition of the thousands of the South Italy. Fresh volunteers kept joining through the course of his campaign till their numbers grew to about 30,000. They were popularly known as the Red Shirts. Garibaldi's army of common people termed as the Red Shirts. Underline. That's MCQ question. Number of MCQ questions are there. Years here. Number of years mentioned here. So give importance for that years and learn that too. Garibaldi led an army of volunteers to Rome to fight the last obstacle to the unification of Italy, the papal states, the states that controlled by the Pope, the religious head of the Christians, where a French garrison was stationed. The Red Shirts proved to be no match for the combined French and papal troops. It was only in 1870, when during the war with Prussia, France withdrew its troops from Rome, that the papal states were finally joined to Italy. Okay, so up to that time, it was controlled by France, the papal states, Rome. Okay, the central Italy. Okay, in 1870, the French troops were withdrawn. Okay, as a result of that, the papal states also joined with the Italy. Okay, one word is there here. It is ethnic. Okay, the common racial, tribal, or cultural origin or background that a community identifies with or clans. Okay, so almost all the boxes completed now. So it is your responsibility to read it, and any doubts which you have to ask me. No problem with that. So let me take that attendance.